Why do I love working construction? There's something about it that you're with a group of professional men and women who are all organized to accomplish a task. And the construction industry today, like this is basically, from my little understanding to what I understand of it now, like how would I introduce construction to someone who said, hey, I want to be I want a job, I'll be an apprentice electrician. I had an uncle who I guess was in the construction industry, but he was just like this, the best example of him would be the movie Bad Santa, Billy Bob Thornton's character. It's like, this is my uncle. But the type of personality of people who you can get along with in construction are that level of people. But everybody's professional. Everybody can get the job done. And they don't have to be told twice, is the other thing to keep in mind. Being an apprentice electrician, joining the electrician union, is you go on an adventure every day. You never know what to expect. It's like, it could be paperwork, it could be having to operate machinery, it could be like just having to physically move things through difficult spaces, and just figuring out how to get it done. And you have all these tools available to you, and it's just a matter of time and experience for you to like know and like how to either get out of these predicaments, get through these predicaments, solve something on the fly. I've never, or I don't understand what sort of obstruction I'm encountering to I apologize for the sound, the road's a little rough. Like with construction, to go from a hole in the ground to you're building a commercial space, a storefront, a house, or a power plant. And I've built a couple power plants now, and it's just, it's like the nerd part of my brain loved every day I was building a natural gas powered power plant in San Diego. And it's just like, just everything. And the people I worked with were amazing and brilliant, and just like and I feel bad for those guys that after a while I just started getting tired and drained and wasn't sleeping. And like that's my biggest failure is that I just don't get enough sleep. And it's like, oh, okay, so, well, it's like, all right, 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours I can operate. I can't learn anything, but how much of a good person am I being to my coworkers? Like how but I was always safety aware, safety conscious. It's just like walking along like, hey, stop! I think that thing, lift up a little. Yeah, now you're safe. And the guy just goes on. And you realize like, hey, you just saved a lot of money for somebody, because they could have damaged severely damaged something. Because like there's so much to keep your attention and focus on. And so it's just like, it's dangerous. I'm always very safety conscious, and it's just like I want everybody around me to be safe. And just like, hey, this is the environment you're going into. Just watch your feet, watch your head. Definitely have your hard hat on. And it's just like the foreman's like, hey, what are you trying to do? And it's like, oh, hey, it's a death trap up there. Just keep for your information. But just some of the experiences of like, hey, I'm going to crawl through a space that is like the set of the movie Aliens. And it's like, yeah. It's like, yes, it is that scary. And and you know, you're told, you know, different things, how to get different things accomplished. And depending on your level, like, you know, hey, this is what you expect of you. And I understand that, like, oh, it's whatever thing to do. Like, you know, I'll probably do it first, and it's like, okay, I need a helper. Like, you know, then you have to, like, really, or I need to ask for help. You know, if that's, you know, like, my one drawback is that I got to be the best, you know, perfect at this. You know, I don't need to ask for help, and like, maybe I should have asked for help. And they're like, hey, just show me how to do it the first time, and then from there I should be able to do it again and again. I think that's my problem. My problem is that if I've never done it before, and with construction, that's the problem. You know, like almost everything, like you've never done before, but you have to have this understanding and what can I use to get this accomplished. And so that's where your tool belt comes into play. And it's just, you know, for electrician especially, man, you know, just wearing your tool belt all the time. Yeah, you got to do it. And you know, in my case, like, well, I'm kind of tall, so it's like, you know, I'm kind of getting, you know, back problems, you know, a lot of the time. So I got to kind of be careful of how much I'm doing, like, and doing my best to, like, relieve that pressure. And as a result, like, the best way to relieve that pressure is, like, to lay flat. And there's this weird stigma of, like, oh, don't look like you're sleeping on the job. Like, it's my break. And I don't, you know, I suffer back problems. I want to make sure I don't suffer back problems. Like, you know, like, are you in pain now? It's like, no, this is how I make sure I'm not in pain now. It's like, I'm careful about how I, you know, like, I take some stress off my back, because, like, it's been, you know, 3+ hours that I've been wearing, like, however many pounds of gear around my waist, on my shoulders, and having to stoop, having to crouch. Like, you know, like, I'll sit on the ground too, because I'm tall, because, like, I have to get low on the ground, and it's you know, you need leverage, and that's where, like, you use your legs. You know, your big, heavy, beefy, like, construction guys, they go to the gym because, yeah, that helps with just stuff you have to move around, stuff you have to do, like moving weight around, and fine hand control too. So that's the other thing in construction is how strong is your hand. You know, and I think, like, for right now, I guess for electrician, you know, that's like maybe a determining factor. Like, how much can you do with your hand for how long before, like, I got, you know, okay, I got to take a break, or like, and with your wrists, I think especially because my heritage is Russian or Scandinavian, and I'm watching the Viking shows, and, like, these guys are just working with their rowing and chopping and digging, you know, but carving with their hands, which I know what carving, you know, entails. Like, man, just so it's making me wonder and think, like, okay, so then was sword fighting. Anyways, that's a whole other story. But yeah, construction. It's being an apprentice electrician. This is an amazing experience that I was, you know, able to have, and, like, I'm looking forward to going back to it. Like, luckily I have a little break. But it's what is my understanding of being an apprentice electrician? There's Brotherhood. That's the other great part about being in the union, is that, like, okay, cool. It's it's representative labor force, you know, and it's just one way to, like, okay, you know, we understand that there's, you know, the money, you know, the people in charge, paying the bills, and then there's, like, the grunts who are there day to day, you know, like, who have to get things done, and it's like, all right, so what's the economies of both? Can the economies of both work together? And yes, they can. Like, there's just no negativity about it. It's just like, okay, just have representation. You know, like, what's great about representation? Like, it just helps equalize things, and, you know, I mean, there's a whole bunch of, you know, extra stuff I can say, but even the history is, like, you know, just good on it. It shows good and progress. Anyways, you know, it's like having a place to go. You're with a bunch of great people. Everybody's like, yeah, we're on board. We're gonna, you know, I worked in Petco Park, putting in the new scoreboard, putting in the what's called the when you look on the stands, it would have light displays going on. It's like I helped participate in that, putting in that new hardware and circuitry and wiring. And it's like, yes, I'm not a baseball fan, but I still I loved it. It was great. I get to walk around the guts of Petco Park and just see what other people did, and see beautiful craftsmanship. That's the other thing, just beautiful craftsmanship put into that park, and we're making the best thing we can for because this is the pride of San Diego. We're putting on display for the world, because the world's going to come to this park. They're going to see this beautiful edifice, the structure. They're going to have a great time, because you leave the park, hey, you're in downtown. There's all this other stuff here, and it's just thank you, great. This is how San Diego is an amazing place to live, and yeah. Anyways, what else can I say about being in construction, being an apprentice electrician, and what I could have said to myself. So anyways, what helps is if you have a background in construction, if you're doing roofing and doing whatever, there's the different tiers of construction, and it's just if you need a job, just walk on a construction site and just start talking to people in charge, and chances are, they'll give you something to do. And even if it's picking up trash, even picking up the trash, anyways, it's something I think that when you get a new apprentice, and especially somebody who hasn't touched anything, put them in charge of trash, and then say, hey, get all the copper out of this stuff, because that's just training with use of tools, training with use of learning familiarity with product. Because this is just trash. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to handle several examples of this trash, and just see this is well put together. This is difficult to put together. This is because of how much effort to take it apart or whatever. And you understand it okay, this is how stuff is put together. This is how stuff is wired together. Now you send me out to the field and say, hey, go do this. I have a mental picture. I handled it. I know what I need to make this thing look like now, and not like trash, because quality product put in equals quality product taken out, right? And it's even when it's trash, it's it's easy to to handle, and it's more efficient in your recycling programs. So this is where anyways, being an apprentice electrician, what to do, how best way to approach it. Whatever I'm going to title this video. I just thought about making a video, what was this idea, this topic I was thinking about, so hope you guys appreciate it.